Jeffrey Epstein is being used for political bait as an attack against President Donald Trump. But as they're going to see, court papers were filed by President Donald Trump years ago at Mar-a-Lago to ban Jeffrey Epstein from the resort. When President Donald Trump found out that this man put his hands on a little girl, he banned him from his resort. He had nothing to do with him. Don't forget this too. That owned the Jeffrey Epstein Island and the flight, the airline that he called the Lolita Express. He called his plane, the Lolita Express, where he takes all these little kids over to his island, and with millionaires and politicians and athletes and movie stars go over to satisfy their pedophilic lust. And this is how Jeffrey Epstein became very wealthy. It says, when you look up how he made his wealth, it says he was a financier. No, people will pay big money. These people will pay big money for sex with these underage children, as well as they'll also pay a lot of big money to cover it up. I believe this man's an extortionist, and along with being a pedophile and a rapist and having problems. He's a sick individual. But they moved the Jeffrey Epstein case to the southern courts, the courts in southern New York. These courts are known to be Trump-hating courts. So what they're going to do is try to cover up the Clinton known ties with Jeffrey Epstein and try to bring out the fact that some kind of way President Donald Trump in passing knew Jeffrey Epstein, but he didn't know him like that. President Donald Trump said years ago, he said, well, everybody says he's a good guy, sounds like a pretty good guy. But when Trump heard about the guy trying to rape the girl, he banned him. There was no dealings with him. As I was saying about the Lolita Express, when souls fly on planes and pilots have to keep a record and true account of everyone that's been on that plane. And so former President Bill Clinton was on the Lolita Express 27 times. And what this is going to do, as they're trying to use this to entrap President Donald Trump, because they used everything. They had the FBI, they had the Russia story, Russia. What are we talking about? We're talking about Russia. They used that for 2.5 years, came up with nothing, because nothing was there. They tried to roll out these women who said that President Donald Trump raped them and paid them to be quiet. What happened to their cases, huh? All right, she ended up owing President Donald Trump money. Her lawyer, the creepy porn lawyer who was trying to run for president, has been arrested for trying to extort money out of Nike. And he's also being sued by the woman who said that President Donald Trump paid her to be quiet because he took her money and never paid her the money. And these are the type of people that CNN, MSNBC had on nightly trying to bring out trash on Donald Trump. And I cannot for the life of me understand why people would listen to these people, liars, who are only political against the president because he's a Republican, when they see that it's nothing but a lie, but they still peddle these people and roll these people out here to speak negatively about the president. But if this is going to turn on them, because it's going to turn up the fact that Alec Baldwin, movie stars, who's that one that's always talking about trunks of punk and all this kind of stuff? We played in all the Goodfellas and all the movies. These people are on the list. They're on Jeffrey Epstein's list. And while they're trying to make this sacrifice with Jeffrey Epstein, you know how long they've known this man has been doing this stuff? They know how long this man's been doing this pedophilic stuff. And when I did a video on Pizzagate, people came over and talking about, I can't believe the pastor's involved with talking about conspiracies. It's not a conspiracy. It has not been a conspiracy. 700,000 children go missing in this country every year. This is why they want these kids to come across the border down there, not only get their parents to vote, but to bring them in here as new sex slaves. Many of them already are. There was a girl that came across the border. She had the semen of 12 different men in her. And that's the crisis at the border. And y'all, this is pathetic. We have to stop this stuff. This is why they don't want Trump in office. When Hillary Clinton said, with the night that Trump won, she says, all of us are in deep, deep trouble. You doggone right you are, because y'all are going to jail for your crimes, your sins, and the satanic worship that you've been doing, and the sacrificing and the sex stuff that you're doing with these kids is off the hook, and God has seen it, and now it's time to pay up. When that guy went down to that pizza restaurant over there in Washington, D.C., that's during the time we was talking about the pizza gate pretty heavy. Well, there was an actor that went down there, said that he had been watching the news, and he wanted to go and see if there's kids in there. He went in there with a gun and shot at the floor to make a big news story so that the news could spin it saying, hey, that these people are on YouTube making these conspiracy theories and they're going to get somebody hurt. Well, it wasn't a conspiracy theory. And the only conspiracy that was made up during that time was that the guy that came into that restaurant was an actor. He was paid to go in there and act and pretend like to be some kind of angry conspiracy theorist. And the boy's father, he makes horror movies. The boy that went into the pizza shop, shot the shop up. His father is into horror movies, and his father was also working in the government with child protection agencies. Now, who else was working for child protection agencies? The Hillary Clinton, during the time that big earthquake hit Haiti, and the Clintons raised $6 billion, $6 billion with a B, to help the people in Haiti. Well, their child protective agency lady flew over there and got arrested because she was trying to abduct children. And Hillary and Bill Clinton went over there and got her out of jail. And when they left, some children went missing. That's right. Now, see, Oprah Winfrey, she's really usually outspoken on this. She's usually really outspoken on this. And when it comes to the Me Too movement and touching little kids and all this kind of stuff, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, they're black. But Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, these are rich white guys. Where's Oprah on this story? Where are you, Oprah? Where are you on this? See, the sex trafficking thing is really big in a lot of religion. Religion is big with this stuff. The Pope, the Vatican, the priest that sex these little boys, those little altar boys. Also, Oprah was known to have ties with a guy out of Brazil. He was a faith healer. And his name is John of God. He was recently arrested for, guess what? Sex trafficking. Oprah Winfrey had him on her show. She even flew over there to the man's complex where he was selling babies to couples. See, and these are the type of people that Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, all the Democrats, the people in the Democrat Party, these are the people they run with. And they are known, Jeffrey Epstein, for sex trafficking. And this is why they want these borders open. And you not know that the laws for sexing with those children is different in Africa. So a lot of our politicians and bishops and pastors will go over to Africa and set up little camps or schools or education centers. Oprah, Bishop Charles Blake, for the Church of God in Christ. They fly over to Africa, and I'm not saying that's what, but this is very common. You can go over there and have sex with these little kids and not be punished for it. When you have hungry kids right here in America, don't tell me there's not hungry kids in LA. Don't tell me there's homeless folks that's there that you can't spend some of that money on that, but you're going to fly all the way across the world to go feed a couple of hungry kids. You know, but this is what it's all about. This is why they don't want Trump in. Because these people are in a lot of trouble. They're going to use this Epstein as the scapegoat and as a sacrifice, and it's going to turn on their own necks. This thing is going to be noosed around their own necks. They're going to go to jail. It wouldn't surprise me to see James Comey listed in this. James Comey. What if Obama was involved in it? What if when he was in the White House, he ordered, because the FBI uncovered the fact that there's sex codes for the Pizzagate saga, and he ordered $60,000 worth of hot dogs. And when they say hot dogs, that means a thing for little boys. What if that's the case? Huh? What if that's the case? All right. This is why they're fighting so hard. This is why Obama, before, when he was campaigning for Hillary, this guy exhausted himself trying to win, and even tried to tell people that if you don't vote for Hillary, it's a slap in the face to me and my legacy. What was your legacy, bro? What did you do for black people? What you do for America? All right. We're under the best economy right now. We're under an America First president. We're moving. Our weapons are greater. Our military, he just managed to put $700 billion into the military. It's revived. Our country has revived. We're recovering. All right? First Amendment right is rising again. People don't feel like you're have forced into silence. You can speak your mind. You have your First Amendment right. All right? Christianity is being protected. All right? So, listen. Jeffrey Epstein is going to go to jail. But in going to jail, a lot of big names are going to be tied to Jeffrey Epstein. Watch it. It's going to be incredible. Bill Clinton's going to go to jail too. He's finally going to go to jail. But I believe that this stuff, when it comes down to investigation with Michael Horowitz, this is going to reveal some stuff too. And maybe Hillary Clinton is going to face justice for her emails and stuff that she was selling the uranium to the Russians. All right? Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.